Hey guys, welcome to your YouTube channel, Your IT Learning. Today we are here to discuss another very important topic, the discussion about difference between BRD, FRD, and SRS. BRD is Business Requirement Document, FRD is Function Requirement Document, and SRS is Software Requirement Specification. So let's get started. BRD, FRD, and SRS. Key software documentation with template and examples. What is BRD? A business requirement document is a formal document that clearly defines the business need and project goals. Serving as a foundation for successful project delivery, it outlines why the project is necessary, what the business hopes to achieve, and what stakeholders are involved. It's basically in a document, if you're working in an IT industry, if you start up a new project, you will ask for this document to understand the scope of the project and who are involved. So for example, in a project where the client wants to implement an online appointment booking system to improve customer experience, the BRD document would elaborate on the business problem to describe what are the inefficiency in the current appointment process, which might be causing long wait and customer dissatisfaction. It would state the business goal, which will be enabling customer to easily book, reschedule, or cancel appointment online, ultimately enhancing convenience and operation efficiencies, which eventually will lead to better customer satisfaction. Now let's talk about what are the key components of business requirement document. Business goals and objective. It defines the strategy, purpose of the project, the expected benefits, and alignment with business priorities. For instance, improving customer retention by 15% through better service assess. Project scope, it specified what the project will deliver, any boundaries or exclusion, like what are the in scope of the project, what are out of scope of the things. For example, the system will support booking but not payment processing initially. So system booking is in scope and payment processing is out of scope. Stakeholders, it identifies all involved like business owner, end users, and IT teams. Function and non-function requirement. It also defines high-level features the system must support, like functional plus criteria like performance or security, which are the non-functional requirements. The document will also provide you assumptions and constraint, conditions presumed true for planning, like availability of key resources, and limitations like budget or regulatory requirement. It will define the acceptance criteria. It predefines measure for project success to guide validations. So acceptance criteria will basically outline what are the things need to be done in order for the project to be successful. Risk and mitigation strategies, potential obstacles with contingency plans. The BRD effectively translate the client's business need into structured plan that guides all the project stakeholders, ensuring clarity, shared understanding before detailed design and development phase begin. So that's why BRD documents is so important for everyone working on the project to read. Example for such BRD might read, the current manual appointment system leads to an average wait time of 15 minutes per customer. By implementing an online booking system, the customer will be able to schedule appointments at their convenience 24/7, reducing wait times by 50% and increasing customer satisfaction metrics within 6 months of a launch. So take another example of chat. If your portal doesn't have a chat option, implementing a chat option will be quite an advantage for your company. Right now, all the members are calling your customer care, which costs a lot. So if you implement a chat functionality on your application or your website, it will going to reduce cost to you. It will help the members to chat on the go. It will help your company or your organization to improve customer satisfaction as well. So what is FRD? A function requirement document takes the broader business requirement into stated in the BRD and breaks them down to specific system functionality that the software must provide to fulfill those business needs. For example, if the business requirement is to improve customer appointment booking, the FRD will specify the exact system function necessary to achieve this. System must allow users to select appointment slots and send email notification is a concrete function requirement. The system should provide a user interface where the customer can view available time slots and choose one of their appointments. Once a slot is selected, an appointment is booked, the system should automatically generate and send email confirmation and reminders to the user as the time comes closer. The FRD details such function in a clear, testable format to guide developers in building the system features and testers in verifying them. It usually includes user registration and login, appointment booking interface, email notification system, use case such as user book appointment, system check availability, and confirm booking. In short, the FRD acts as a bridge between business goal and the technical solution by the translating what the business want and how the system will behave during use, making it actionable for the development team. Now let's talk about what are the components of FRD. Purpose, it describes the goal of the document and its intended audience. Scope, it defines what the system will cover and often what it won't. Background, it explains the business context and the problem being solved. References, it lists related documents, BRD, design specs, policies. Stakeholder, it identifies all the key users, departments, and roles involved. It includes responsibility and contact information. System overview, high level description of the system or process. It may include a system context design, showing inputs, output, and interaction. Function requirements. This is the core of the FRD, describing what the system should do. Each function requirement should include requirement ID for traceability, description, what the function does, rationale or benefit, why is it needed, inputs and outputs, process logic or workflow, acceptance criteria and priority, must have, should have, etc. Let's talk about what is SRS. A system requirement specification, often called SRS, document provides a comprehensive and detailed outline of all the requirements for the system to be developed. It serves as a single agreed upon reference for what the system or what the software should do and how it must perform, including functional and non-functional requirement. For example, when stating the system should handle up to 1000 concurrent users and ensure data security with encryption, the SRS elaborates on both scalability, handling many simultaneous users without performance loss, and security. All sensitive data must be protected with encrypted protocols. These specific ensures that the technical team knows exactly what needs to be built and tested. Now let's talk about what are the components of SRS. Introduction and purpose. It overviews the project, it aims, audience, and the objective. Scope. It defines the system boundaries and what features are included. Function requirements. It details the description of system behavior and features. For example, the system shall allow users to book, reschedule, and cancel appointments. Non-functional requirement, quality standards such as performance, scalability, usability, security, and reliability. For example, response time must be under 2 seconds for any user action. Data requirements, what data will be stored, processed, and how it is structured. System interface, how the system interface with other software, hardware, and the third-party APIs. Assumption and constraint, limitations or conditions the system must operate under, like browser capability or regulatory compliance. Whenever you're working with the healthcare providers, you will always be hearing about regulatory compliance things which the healthcare needs. Acceptance criteria, how the success will be measured for each requirement. SRS document is critical to prevent misunderstanding between stakeholders and developers, reduces project risk, provide a foundation for testing. It ensures every requirement, business need, feature, or constraint is measurable, testable, and fully documented before design and development begin. So let's talk about all these three BRD, FRD, SRS in a table view. So document, BRD, what is the purpose, business needs, and goals? The example is online booking system. Key sections will be executive summary, project scope. FRD will be system function, booking features and notification. The key section will be function requirement and use cases. And the last, SRS, detailed system specification. This is the purpose. Example will be performance and security details. And the key section will be function and non-functional specifications. So at last, I really thank you all for your support. This means a lot to me. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. I always bring a lot of videos related to IT, business, product owner, Scrum Master, which will be useful to you.